I'm Catherine Dow. It's Friday, June 5th. Today, striking the right balance.
And that we can adapt these nurse-to-patient ratios in ways that make sense for nurses, for patients.
Why the provincial government is passing new legislation that enforces nurse-to-patient ratios in Manitoba. Also today, a targeted response. How the federal and provincial governments are offering a lifeline to Manitobans affected by U.S. tariffs. Plus, feeling prideful.
Something that he does not know. Walking the...
How the Manitoba Ledge got a colorful makeover today. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. The provincial government has passed new legislation that mandates nurse-to-patient ratios in Manitoba healthcare settings. It's not only a first for our province, it also makes Manitoba the first jurisdiction in Canada to roll out such a law. Joining me now to share more on this is CTV's Daniel Halmerson. So Daniel, what exactly is the purpose of this new legislation?
Well, Catherine, it's intended to strengthen healthcare staffing across the province and improve patient safety. The legislation is based on recommendations submitted earlier this year by more than 4,800 nurses. They noted a strong need for more support due to increased workloads and rising patient acuity and complexity. Among their recommendations was a minimum baseline staffing of 2 nurses per unit or program, alongside mandated ratios, which would depend on the unit. For example, in an adult intensive care unit, the ratio could be 1 nurse to 1 or 2 patients. And for specialty care, such as inpatient wards for stroke or transplant patients, the ratio would be closer to 1 to 4.
The implementation committee is going to look at these recommendations, and then it has to do the work of understanding what are the differences geographically, right? Again, the needs of Winnipeg are different than the needs in the north or in Prairie Mountain Health, and so it's really important that we are nimble, that we are flexible, and that we can adapt these nurse-to-patient ratios in ways that make sense for nurses, for patients, and for the units where they're going to be implemented.
The recommendations are the first step in a phased approach to introducing nurse-to-patient ratios in priority settings.
Interesting stuff. Well, Daniel, what else came out of that report?
Catherine, it found there are also high rates of missed breaks, moral distress, and burnout related to unsafe staffing levels, and many nurses indicated they might leave their positions within 4 years. The subcommittee has a number of recommendations to target these concerns, such as the development of a rural and northern framework, mentorship supports, investments in staffing and infrastructure, and more. Coming up on CTV News at 6, Harrison Shin will have reaction from the Manitoba Nurses Union on how they want these changes to be introduced.
All right, thanks for this, Daniel. Winnipeg could be getting a new regional park. A motion before the Property and Development Committee recommends the Public Service look into the cost to acquire 40 hectares of land in Precinct D. That includes an area west of McPhillips to Pipeline Road and heading north to the perimeter from Story Road. It says the Winnipeg Park strategy calls for a new regional park to be built for every 100,000 people, but there hasn't been a new one since the 1960s. The committee will look into that motion on June 11th. The federal and provincial governments are offering a lifeline to Manitobans affected by U.S. tariffs and broader economic uncertainty.
Canada's economy is changing. Global markets are shifting, industries are adapting, and workers are being asked to navigate increasing uncertainty.
That is Rebecca Chartrand, Minister responsible for Canadian Northern Economic Development Agency, announcing more than $18 million for the Canada-Manitoba Workforce Tariff Response Program. It's expected to help more than 2,000 workers gain new skills for in-demand jobs, be it through training or employment programs or directly through their employer.
We're going to have that targeted support, work sector by sector, and understanding that we're feeling those impacts more heavily in steel, in forestry with softwood lumber, agriculture, construction, manufacturing, transportation, warehousing, and wholesale.
You can find all the details, including how to apply, by visiting the provincial government's website. Winnipeggers may soon be able to start getting their trailers and boats ready for the camping season a little bit earlier than normal. A motion making its way through City Hall would permit one recreational vehicle, travel trailer, or motorhome to be parked on a driveway leading to a home or in a side or rear yard between May 1st and October 31st. Currently, that's only allowed between May 15th and October 31st. The plan would still need a public hearing before moving through full council. Today marked the second annual Pride celebration at the Manitoba Legislative Building, and it went off with flying colors. The celebration honors 2S LGBTQIA+ individuals in the province and their impact on our communities. This year's event is also extra special. It's the first to take place following the passage of Bill 234, which officially designates June as Pride Month. And to mark it, the steps of the legislature are getting a makeover.
For the first time ever, on the grounds of the legislature leading up to the stairs that walk you into this building, bring you into this building, we are going to have a Pride crossing here on the grounds of the Manitoba Legislature right outside the building.
Seguera says the steps serve as a reminder that all are welcome in Manitoba. And speaking of Pride, you're going to want to find a different route if you need to commute through the downtown Sunday morning. Here's a look at the parade route. It all gets started with a rally in front of the Legislative Building at 10 a.m. The parade itself kicks off at Memorial Park at 11, and then it'll head east on Portage Avenue before turning right on Main Street briefly before turning onto William Stephenson Way and coming to an end next to Shaw Park. And of course, if you are unable to make it there in person, we're once again streaming the parade live. It's going to be co-hosted by myself and my lovely co-host, Colleen Brady. Just head over to ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. Winnipeg trees are finally leafy again, but we aren't the only ones enjoying that green canopy. Tree pest caterpillars are emerging, and starting next week, the city will be spraying for the pests. Crews will start spraying Monday night in the following areas: Munro West, Rossmere, Jefferson, Kildonan Park, and Seven Oaks. They'll focus on boulevards, city parks, and cemeteries for the next 4 weeks. Spraying will be happening on weekdays, weather permitting. Speaking of, let's bring in CTV weather specialist Colleen Brady. Of course, they've been enjoying the lovely weather, all those pests. I have as well, Colleen, but we were talking about Pride, wondering how are folks going to be treated who are marching in the parade, heading on over for the rally?
Be prepared for hot and humid conditions, but I have to mention, this seems to be, I think, a bit of a running joke that we show bugs coming into weather so often. There's monitors all over the place. Anyway, I digress. Sunday, hot and humid. Whether you're coming to the parade, and thousands will be, or if you're just going to take advantage of the warm conditions and just be outside this weekend, keep in mind the heat is back. Sunday won't be, Saturday. That comes before Sunday, doesn't it? Let's get that straight. One thing first. Saturday will be very warm, hence the heat warning, but also it will remain in place into Sunday, because add to the heat will be the humidity. So yes, that means there will be the potential for severe weather, and there actually may be some severe weather on Saturday in parts of the west. I'll get into that. But again, all of the southeast, and then just as far as west as these areas right along the international border will be particularly hot, and particularly humid on Sunday. That is what I'm trying to spit out. I will have more details for you, and I will be able to say them more clearly than I evidently am right now. Let's take a look through. The CTV Live Eye is brought to you by Bathfitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution in Winnipeg right now. Look at that beautiful shot out there. It's 20 degrees, a little on the cloudy side with the humidex. It feels like 22. Winds out of the west-northwest at 18 kilometers an hour. The pressure is dropping and the humidity is 55%. Out on the roads on this Friday afternoon, busy out along Keniston Boulevard as it makes that turn onto Abinogi-Meekina. But right downtown, lights are flashing red in all directions at Edmonton and York. Not a great spot for that to be happening, but do treat that intersection Edmonton at York like a four-way stop.
Manitoba trails are seeing green, and I don't mean the trees. We're going to show you what's in the works for some of Manitoba's most popular camping sites next. Looking at the markets, crude oil lost $2.50. The loonie closed this week at 71.82 cents U.S. Gold futures dropped $139. The TSX plunged 803 points. The Dow Jones lost 695 points. The Nasdaq plummeted 1,100 points. An event hoping to dispel disinformation about the measles vaccine is being deemed a success by Manitoba's health minister. Uzoma Asaguera says more than 6,300 folks joined the telephone town hall Wednesday night. People asked Manitoba health officials questions like how effective the vaccine is, side effects, and what age to get the vaccine. Manitoba's health minister says they've noticed people are becoming more open to conversations about vaccines.
You could hear that people started to feel more and more comfortable with it, which is exactly what we want. We want for people to not feel any shame or embarrassment. We want them to know that asking questions about healthcare and about science is important, it's welcome, and that here in Manitoba, you're going to get your questions answered.
The minister says the province is also sharing information through billboards, social media posts, and community visits from public health nurses. Improvements are being made to several recreational trails around the province.
Trails are critical infrastructure requiring prioritized funding.
The 2026 Trails Manitoba grant program is investing more than $200,000 in 19 trail projects in Winnipeg, Beausejour, Steep Rock, and elsewhere. The program has invested $6 million over the last 5 years to create 600 kilometers of new trail, 400 kilometers of upgrades, and maintain 2,800 kilometers of trail. The province is also opening 2 new backcountry campsites on the Black Wolf Trail in Hecla Grindstone Provincial Park.
These campsites are going to turn a beautiful trail into another multi-day hiking opportunity.
The campsites are first come, first served. Manitobans are encouraged to hit a trail tomorrow as part of the 4th annual Manitoba Trails Day. Spring swimming lessons are nearly over, and the city has now released details for its next round of lessons. The Summer Leisure Guide swimming brochure is now out on the city's website. Registration will begin Tuesday, June 6th at 8 a.m. for Winnipeg residents and June 18th for non-residents. You can register through Leisure Online by calling 311 or in person at Cindy Clausen Rec Complex, Access St. Boniface, and any city indoor pool during regular hours. Coming up, planning for a party-packed weekend. We'll show you the hottest events in Winnipeg next.
Winnipeg shows its pride. The annual Pride Parade takes over downtown Winnipeg this Sunday, and we want to take you there. Join me, Colleen Brady, and Catherine Dow, along with our friends from 103.1 Virgin Radio, as we bring you all the colorful floats, conversations with people along the parade route, and much more. You can join us online by visiting ctvnewswinnipeg.ca beginning at 11 a.m.
That was us. And it will be on Sunday morning.
It will. I'm super excited. We have the best time doing that.
We do. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you've got our spotlight today, and festivals, fairs, music, more. So much going on.
Catherine, this will take a moment, so put your feet up, because here's a look at just some of the events taking place in Manitoba this weekend. Transcona is saying hi, neighbor, with its annual festival. Pride Winnipeg, of course, continues, culminating in the parade and rally on Sunday. The Manitoba Summer Fair is on in Brandon. The West End Cultural Centre is hosting its annual Ellis Street Festival. Western Canada's leading electronic music and digital arts festival, MEME, features free shows at Old Market Square. The 13th Prairie Wind Music Festival brings a diverse blend of Manitoba music to Cypress River, Manitoba. The Manitoba Band Association hosts the Community Band Festival in Coronation Park. The Winnipeg Underground Film Festival showcases contemporary experimental film and video. The Manitoba Pet Expo features vendors as well as animal rescue groups and advocacy organizations. You can find a full list of events this weekend right on our website, ctvnewswinnipeg.ca, which is where you can watch us when we bring you the parade.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, we've got some sad news today out of Hollywood.
That's right. British actor Anthony Head has died.
Shall I be giving you the lineup card now, Ted? I shall be putting Obasanya back on defense where he belongs.
Head's daughters announced his death in a statement to the BBC, saying he passed away peacefully from complications of pneumonia. He was best known for playing Rupert Giles, Buffy's trusted mentor on the hit TV series Buffy the Vampire Slayer. A new generation of fans came to know him as Rupert Mannion, the former AFC Richmond owner on Ted Lasso. Head's career spanned decades across television, theater, with roles in shows including Merlin and Little Britain. Anthony Head was 72.
He will always be Giles to me.
Yeah, that's right.
So sad. Yeah. Meanwhile, the spotlight was on Canadian content at the Bell Media upfronts last night.
Yes, and heated rivalry star Hudson Williams was showering Canada with love.
What keeps you grounded in these moments?
The relationships I built on these Canadian crews and sort of just how much they mean to me. And there's no egos with any of these people I met. And that's really special.
You are known. The actor will be returning for the hotly anticipated second season of Heated Rivalry, but there was also buzz over a new Crave show Williams will be appearing in. It's called Yaga, and it's a mystery thriller. It's Crave's first half-hour drama. It also stars Carrie-Anne Moss, Noah Reid, and Clark Bacco. Bell Media is the parent company of Crave and CTV's Your Morning. And us too.
And us, yeah. Meanwhile, a hometown favorite is being added to the lineup for this summer's Burt Block Party.
That's right. Rock and roll supergroup Took is joining the August 15th lineup alongside Colin James and Streetheart. The 6th edition of the Block Party returns this year between August 13th and 16th, directly in front of the Burton Cummings Theatre. Previously announced headliners include Kill Switch, Engage, The Beaches, and Collective Soul, among many others. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Big
All right.
shows.
Thanks, Colleen. See
You're
you
welcome.
Sunday.
See you soon. Here is your Friday primetime lineup. Spring break mutters, perhaps, starts at 7. Maybe that's murders. I'm going to go with murders. Crime Scene Investigators comes next at 8, and Boston Blue wraps things up at 9. It's all right here tonight on CTV. Yeah, it is murders. I'm reading on the screen there. Anywho, let's take a look at traffic. A live look at Confusion Corner. Sort of. Looks like traffic is moving well through that stretch of the city. Still lights flashing downtown. I will get the update as exactly where that is again. 21 degrees right now in the city, winds out of the west-northwest at 10 kilometers an hour.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
I'm going to take another run at this. All right, hot and humid this weekend, but if you are in portions of western Manitoba, Environment Canada says Saturday has the potential to bring some severe weather. At this point, it's a little too soon to pinpoint more precisely where, but there will be a warm front ushering in that very warm air that will be flooding the province over the next couple of days. And along that warm front is some of the areas where there's the greater potential for that severe weather to develop. But again, we can't say precisely where. Having said that, we can be a bit more precise about where heat warnings are in effect. Now, this is really for Winnipeg, the southeast, the Red River Valley, and then for border regions as far west as around Killarney there. So this is really for all of the weekend. We'll have temperatures both Saturday and Sunday getting into the 30s. The expectation is, certainly here in the southeast, that it won't be as humid tomorrow, Saturday, as it will be on Sunday. So we'll have air temperatures in the low 30s, but when you factor in the humidity, it will feel in the upper 30s with those humidex values expected to basically spike. So certainly there is the capacity with those hot and humid conditions for severe weather to develop. So just keep that in mind no matter what you're doing outside, including the thousands of folks who will be heading out to the Pride Parade here in Winnipeg. Here's a look at the temperatures right now where a heat warning is not necessary because we're in the low 20s, and that may be just fine for a lot of folks. Look at this right now. 21 in Winnipeg, east in Kenora it's 20, 21 back in Steinbach, swinging out to the west, 23 in Brandon, warm in Melita, always warm in Melita. 22 or seemingly so. They get a lot of nice weather there in Melita. 22 in Thompson. It is 21 in Churchill, so warm in the north as well. Pretty comparable temperatures for both halves of the province. So as we go into the evening, the sky is going to clear right out through most areas, save for a little bit of cloud here and there, but that's about it. No active weather expected tonight in Manitoba or into northwestern Ontario. But once we get into Saturday morning, that's when things are starting to heat up. We'll get temperatures rising into the 30s, courtesy of winds that will be coming out of the south and strengthening, ushering in that much warmer air mass. We'll have that warm front coming in that could trigger severe weather in parts of western Manitoba. You see there perhaps some on again, off again showers there late Saturday night into Sunday. And then that humidity will just invade southern Manitoba and likely be humid in parts of the north as well. You can see some showers by late Sunday afternoon, perhaps in west central Manitoba up into the northwest. For tonight, clear in Winnipeg, 13 our overnight low, winds out of the northwest at 15 kilometers an hour. Hot tomorrow, up to 31 degrees. And for perspective, the normal high for this time of year is around 23, basically closer to where we are right now. Winds will strengthen out of the south at 30 with wind gusts up to 50. The UV index for Saturday for this city, as you might imagine, is 8 or very high. Sunday again, hot and humid. Can't stress that enough. 33 degrees the air temperature, but it will feel even warmer than that with the humidex. Showers likely Monday and 25, back up to 27 on Tuesday with a chance of showers. They look more likely to return on Wednesday, 25 degrees, and then a little cooler by comparison Thursday, 21 with the possibility of rain or showers or a mixing of the two. Our first weather photo takes us out to the southeast corner of the province, south of Tolstoy. Lillian remarks on the beauty in the fog out there. I agree. What a lovely shot there. Thank you for that one. And this next one is lovely too. This was a cherry tree, I believe, Lisa said, that had bloomed out in Onanol in southwestern Manitoba. Send us your photos to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca.
Skywatch Weather Pick of the Day brought to you by Provivo, Winnipeg's first and only longevity medicine clinic. Redefining health, performance, and aesthetics. Provivo.com.
A man in England has donated an almost divine discovery to a local charity. Kevin Minto, a truck driver, former soldier, and amateur metal detectorist, is donating an ancient ring he found in a field in 2018. The gold ring weighs about 48 grams, depicts the Roman goddess Victory on a chariot, and dates back to ancient times. It'll soon be on display at the Museum of Somerset. I mean, I'm only hearing about people finding tin cans with those metal detectors. Yeah. So that's quite the find indeed. Very charitable of him to donate it.
Think if I'm finding gold jewelry, I'm keeping it for myself.
Yeah. Alrighty, CTV National with Sandy Ronaldo starts now, but we're going to see you back here for CTV News at 6.